Welcome to another video, and in this one we've got a 104 kill game with the Selbstlader, and it's a 1906, not the 1916, I think that's the assault rifle, semi-automatic sniper rifle. Of course, as you can see, it's on Rotterdam, and in just a second I will go into talking about the gun, its benefits, its negatives, and of course, as usual, talk about how I'm playing on Rotterdam in specific, and obviously what's going on in this game. If you do want to see the specializations I've chosen for this gun, then again, check out the playlist which I've created on the homepage or in the playlist section for videos, all the classes on Battlefield 5, and I talk about my specialization choices and show them there and explain them for you guys. But straight off the bat, you can see I'm going for the iron sight, and this is for one key and obvious reason, if you can't already tell, and it's the exact same reason which I said in the video for the 100 kill game with the Model 08 sniper on Underground, if you haven't already seen that one, and that is simply because this gun, this sniper, loads stripper clips, and obviously when you have any other sight on this gun other than the iron sight, then it's going to be loading individual bullets one at a time, and therefore is very slow to reload, especially when you've only got 5 bullets in the gun, and it's a 2-shot kill gun, which therefore means that with those 5 bullets, the maximum amount of kills you can actually only get is 2. There's no one-shot headshots. You're only going to get a one-shot kill if you obviously shoot at an enemy which is already damaged. And so, although the other higher magnification and zoom scopes may be more beneficial for longer range, and in general just to be more accurate, because you obviously can see your target on the screen much bigger, in terms of wanting to go for the 100 kill game, like I always say, you can't waste any time. You've got to maximize those amount of potential kills with the time you have in the game, and therefore you can't be wasting any time with that slow reload on this gun. And as a result, you will see in this video most of the time when I've finished firing or killing an enemy or two, and I have 1 to 2 rounds left in the gun, I'm going to just fire them off, get rid of them out of the chamber really quick, so that I can reload a 5-round stripper clip rather than reloading the bullets individually, because it is just a lot quicker. But overall, as a result of that extremely slow reload speed, even when loading stripper clips, which if you are going to be reloading 5-round stripper clips, of course you have to go with the iron sight. I think you can use one of the 2x zoom scopes, but it is just terrible, and so ultimately you are at a massive disadvantage even if you want to get that reload time up, reloading 5-round stripper clips, and so this gun is therefore very bad. And just to make it sound even worse, of course it's only got 5 rounds in the gun. You can't get any one-shot kills on obviously full health enemies, and so the maximum amount of kills you can get per stripper clip, or the maximum ammo count that this gun holds is 2. No one-shot headshots, and therefore hitting on full health enemies, you can only get a maximum of 2 kills. Not only that, this gun is very, very hard to be accurate with. You'll see sometimes I'm going to choose and try to be shooting slower so I can land each individual bullet, because like I said, 5 bullets, you can only get a maximum of 2 kills, and therefore within those 5 bullets, to get those maximum of 2 kills, you're only allowed to miss 1 out of the 5 shots, every stripper clip. Otherwise, you're going to limit your potential to so just 1 kill, and sometimes you might not even get 1 kill if you do miss 4 bullets, which is easily done with this gun. But on the brighter side, this gun does have some good benefits, which does outclass some of the other semi-automatic snipers in the game, and this includes, 1, its bullet velocity. As you can see here, at long range, it's hitting the target very quick, which 1 obviously contributes to its time to kill, because obviously it's hitting the target much quicker, so you can land that kill shot a lot faster, and then second of all, therefore in that high bullet velocity, it makes tracking targets at distance very good, and of course you're using a sniper which is meant for long range, and therefore it's going to be used to hit targets at range. Secondly, compared to all of the other semi-automatic snipers, it has got one of, if not the lowest amount of vertical and horizontal recoil, which is very, very easy to manage with literally the smallest amount of pressure pulling down on the right stick. Ultimately, you can basically keep the sight and the front post on the target, no matter what range you're at. If you just pull down a little bit, and even if you don't, you can see it doesn't kick up that much at all, that you can literally wait for it to come back down onto the target pretty quickly after, so you can land those 2 shots before the enemy can obviously move away and get behind into cover. But that pretty much covers this gun. There isn't really much else to it. It's obviously very, very good in some areas, but the disadvantages it brings with that really slow reload time and having to use the iron sight doesn't make it a better option at all over any of the other sniper options in the game. But of course, for the 100 kill games with all guns, challenge, we have obviously stuck it out and managed to do it. And therefore, it is a bit of fun and it's something different using a different gun in the game for once. Anyways, when now talking about specifically how I'm playing on Rotterdam, obviously this game was a bit slow with quite a few deaths, obviously because this was a very challenging gun to use. So there is quite a lot of longer clips you might have noticed in this one, because there was quite a lot of kills I got in this game, only 1 or 2 kills, 3 kills, spread quite far apart, with a lot of deaths, obviously, which are therefore cut out to make the video in a shorter and more manageable size for you guys to watch. But specifically, when playing Rotterdam, you can see from a lot of the clips, I am going to be utilising the main power position, which I always say on Rotterdam, being the bridge, especially when you're using a sniper, because you get that equal distance to be able to see all the different flags around you, as well as obviously the bridge being one of the main pathways and routes enemies are going to use to run and traverse and travel across the map to those different flags which they want to get to. You've got 3 different lanes effectively on the bridge, which are perfect linear lines of sight for any sniper, especially a semi-automatic sniper like this, where you're going to literally outgun any other gun in the game, as long as you play it right and obviously keep your distance and use your angles correctly, which is perfect. Not only that, of course, the terrain provides plenty of cover, so with the slow reload time of this gun, when you do need to reload and run out of rounds and you've still got an enemy on the train not too far from you, you have enough time to jump straight behind cover, get that reload off, and then pop back out of cover to kill them. Whereas if you're out on the open on other maps or in other areas of this map, then of course, as soon as you miss those 5 bullets and you've got an enemy in front of you, you're probably going to get killed trying to run to cover to be able to reload, which is not ideal. So the bridge just provides a really close amount of cover at all times, as well as giving you an equal distance to be able to see all of the flags in the game, and paired with the bullet velocity of this gun, and its damage at range and its 2-shot ability will pretty much count for every single kill from this position, and so this just maximizes your potential kill opportunity throughout the entirety of the game and wastes minimal time. But that's essentially what you need to do, to maximize your kills when using any long range weapon on Rotterdam. You can move to and from or onto the other flags, but obviously you have to be a lot more careful because that's where all the enemies using closer range weapons like submachine guns and shotguns are going to be, and you're going to be putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. So of course, yes, you might want to run around and be aggressive, but if you're going to do that, then use the right weapons to do that. That's something you need to learn if you want to maximize your potential kills in any game. You need to look at the weapon you're using, what map you're playing, is it got loads of open spaces, and you can use whatever class or whatever gun you want on any map, but essentially when you use that gun or that class, you need to realize which parts of the map suit that playstyle or suit that weapon, and you need to therefore use that part of the map. And so essentially using any long range weapons like this one, the bridge is therefore the power position, and there is no point in running off into the flags unless it's absolutely necessary, or like here, where I'm hunting that 100 kill game right at the end and I'm taking a much bigger risk. And the last thing to add or say before concluding this video is, no matter what class you're using or playstyle, whatever gun, you should always use the bridge on Rotterdam as your main path or route to travel through the map to the different flags at all times. If you're going to be running down along the waterfront, you're always susceptible to tanks and snipers camping, especially people who are in perfect head glitch covers on the flag like D here, if for example you're running from B to D, or vice versa, running the other way. Traveling through, swimming through the waterway to cross over to the other sides of the map, again, you're completely vulnerable, you can't shoot back at anyone, and you're a sitting target. And so the bridge is always the perfect way to travel through the map, because you're on an elevated point in the map, so anyone that's on the ground level, that's obviously the level beneath the bridge, they're not able to directly see you, and it's way harder to shoot you on that level, and they're less likely to see you, and therefore obviously engage you if they could see you from across the map. So you've only essentially got to worry about anyone on your level on the bridge for the majority of the time, and as a result, you're going to stay alive longer and find it much easier to travel across the map, as well as the bridge just offering a good amount of cover, as well as linear lines of sight for pretty much any playstyle, whether you're playing a shotgun or an SMG. There's plenty of cover there, so you can survive up there while moving to and from different flags, and you should have no problem therefore with that. All in all, that covers it for this gun and this video. Hopefully you found something that I've said useful. Hopefully it made sense and wasn't stupid. It is just sharing a little bit of knowledge, or what I've found to be useful over the few years of playing the game. So please smash that like if you have watched this far. Drop a comment, just literally saying anything, ask anything you want. I'm more than happy to reply to all the comments and help anyone who needs help on it about anything about the game. And also consider subscribing if you are a regular viewer and you are not already subscribed. But without further ado, I will leave you watch the rest of the video, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.